What's up, guys? It's Kaisen here, and welcome back to The Awakening. Before we get back into the storyline, we have to take care of a couple of things at the beginning of this episode. First off, I want to tell you guys that I'm not using the 3-link anymore. I only have Incinerate, Faster Cast, and Summon Flame Golem in here. The Flame Golem is in here because it is a fire spell, and it benefits from the wand. That's the only reason why it's in here. I decided against the 3-link because I don't really want to have to worry about mana at this point. With the 3-link, the mana cost for my Incinerate is still at 5 or 6, so I still have to take mana into account. Yes, it increases my damage by some degree, but there is a downside to it. Or let's put it that way. I can do it differently and probably get around the same amount of damage out of it. So what I decided to do is I decided to only have the 2 links, so my mana cost is only 2. But because I do that, let's just put that on for a sec here. I can use a second aura. So if I use Anger now, and I put it on, I only have 64 mana left. So with the 3-link, I can't do it because the 5 mana is too much, and my mana will be drained in a second. Only with the 2, you can see that it is going down, but I have enough time. So I can sustain it pretty easily. So the 2 options would have been the 3-link or running the second aura, in this case Anger. And I think running Anger makes more sense right now. Because if I don't run the second aura, I still have to worry about mana. So that's my choice at this point. You guys can, you can decide for yourself how you want to do it. And what that means as well is that I don't need 2 mana flasks anymore. I'll probably keep the immunity to freeze and get rid of this one and put in another life flask. I only have a white one right now, but since we will get new ones relatively quickly, I'm not going to roll it. Okay, what else do we have? We do have 2 Quicksilver flasks, 2 white ones. So we'll use transmutes on them and see if we get something interesting. They're actually both not that great. One thing that I wanted to mention as well, because we do have them now, if you have the recharge as 1 charge on a crit, that usually gives you an alchemy shard if you sell it. Yeah, here you go. So if you have the recharge, make sure to sell it so you get some nice currency. On one of my masters, when I did the daily, I found this one, plus 14 quality flame dash. I will probably level it and at some point use it as well. The quality on here equates to increased cast speed, which I think is pretty good because that makes you move faster. And if I think of certain boss fights, that might be just the millisecond that you need to get out of harm's way. So that's great. And one last thing was the chest piece that I put on, I think, last episode. We can upgrade it even further, because if we put it in here, you can see it has triple resist and it has increased evasion rating, but it can still get life. And is there something else? Oh, it could even get... Okay, let's put life on here first. So we want the max roll, ideally 54. 53. I mean, that's good enough. And I think we have 1 left. Nope, that's all there is. Okay, but this is a really good item at this point. So you can see that almost gives me 100 life more. We'll just put this stuff in again. Have the second aura. And one last thing that we have to do is bring the Eye of Desire to Diala in the Crystal Veins. So let's go there. Here we are. Diala is waiting for us. And once you give her both of the eyes, she will start the machine. And you will get this crack open, which leads into... Come on now. Oh, do I have to talk to her first? Okay. Into the belly of the beast. And that will be the next area that we go through. And then right after that, we have another boss fight at the end of the area. And that boss fight, the first time I did it, was super scary. Okay, so we have these undead warriors, so just skeletons basically, in here. And we have the Stygian Revenant, which is like a spider, but it summons these skeletons. And there's some sort of corpse explosion with it as well. I'm not quite sure how it works, whether it is minion instability or whether it triggers once you kill the Stygian. I don't know. Then we have Wandering Eyes. Kind of look like large seamen with a bunch of eyes on them. And it seems like they use Power Siphon as an attack, and also they have some sort of lightning attack. They're not that hard though, so you don't really have to worry about them too much. And then we have these guys. Noisome Ophidian. I'm not quite sure what the damage type here is. It might be physical, because they throw these balls at you, and they can definitely hurt. So those ones are a bit more dangerous, especially in a pack, in a group. So here we have the seaman again. And usually when you see the seaman somewhere, there's a spawner nearby. Let's see if we can find one of those. Let's just open this. Whoa, okay. Maybe not the best idea to do it this way. Okay, I have bleed on me. Let's just talk about these guys. There's one left. Gut Spiker. They fire at you. Again, not quite sure what the damage type is, but on hit, they can induce a bleed on you, which apparently is not working right now. But keep in mind that you might have the bleed on you, so you shouldn't run too much when they're around. Otherwise, you'll just kill yourself, and that's usually the saddest death in the game. Oh, by the way, I should get this guy up. Totally forgot about that. So yeah, here we have them again. Oh, okay. So, oh, I see. So the Gut Flayer. Okay, so there's two types. The type that I had before is just a melee kind. And these guys are... sorry, the type before was ranged, and these ones are melee, and they actually put the puncture on you. Okay, so now we got it right. Alright, so I'm curious, because if I kill them just like that, they would just revive. Oh, and now some exploded. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how they actually work. Whoa. My guy was destroyed. Well, let's just call the Stygian. There's two of them. At this point of the game, you should be halfway tanky. I mean, obviously you have to chuck some flasks. But you should be tanky enough to just pretty much run in and then use... What's this? Use your Incinerate as AoE, and they should fall really, really quickly. So I don't see you guys having problems in this zone. I am going a bit slow here right now because I do have... I'm recording... Oh, whoops. That was too fast. Okay, there was one of the spawners. And I just killed it straight away, so I couldn't show you guys. I am recording in my room, which is right below the roof in our house. And there's some windows in here, so there's light coming in, which means in this dark area, I sometimes only see a few shadows here and there. Still good enough to play, though. Nah, I'm fine. So here we have the puncture again. This is actually quite dangerous, because I do have the puncture and the guys who throw the balls at me that hurt quite a bit. And I can't run away. So that's a pretty dangerous combination, because one monster type, the puncturers, make you stand still, and the others, ideally you want to kite, you know. Oh, this is another thing that I should mention. Okay, right in front of me where my golem is running around right now, not anymore. But to the left of me, you see this, it looks like an egg, like an alien egg. And if you get close to it, you get these warriors popping out of it. I should probably keep to one side just to make sure that I'm not running around aimlessly. Okay, so let's go up here first. The layout is I don't know. I think it's a bit annoying, simply because you always get stuck. It's not really good for just running through it easily. I mean, it looks pretty cool. If you go in on the walls and you have all these eyes looking at you, it looks freaking amazing. It's just, yeah, for pathfinding, it's a bit annoying. Okay, let's just pick this up. Okay, this is a dead end as well, apparently. We're, again, finding all of them at once. Now... some blue guys. That usually means that there's one of the revenants around. Okay. Let's quickly get our passive point. We decided to go through here, through the dex nodes, so let's do that. Oh, okay, we can level everything up, sure. I do want to show you guys the... Okay, yeah, so this is what I mean. They just fire out of all cylinders. And it deals some damage to you, definitely. I want to show you the unique mob of the zone. Oh, this might be interesting. Nope. It was not. And I do think it's right around the corner here. Just basically up here. Let's open this one first. Oh, this is a spawner. Okay. Let's keep this one alive. You can see this thing right here. Wandering... Nope, not wandering eye. Eye hatchery. So it hatches new eyes. That's one thing. And it also damages. You can see these targets on the ground. And that basically deals damage once if you stand in it when it procs. So they are... I don't think they're really dangerous because they usually they drop so quickly, at least in my case. So here is it's usually like an inverted area, and you have a couple of eggs at the entrance. That's when you know that the boss is right around. So I'm just gonna put this away so you can see more. Let's just kill those. And at some point, yeah, those guys, corrupted beasts and corrupted roas will be spawning. And that's when you know the boss triggered. Okay, you can already see I'm taking quite some damage here. And they get revived. It's the same stuff. It's the queen, basically. But there's a lot of damage coming in. I think there is some explosion here as well, yeah. So you have to be careful. It should be... she herself deals cold damage with her... I don't know what attack it is. Some sort of EK-ish. And then there's probably fire damage from the explosion when she kills her or lets her minions explode. And then she always runs away. Annoying. Okay, let's just try to focus her down as much as we can. Okay, I'm surrounded. Alright, let's get these guys down. And you can see that... I don't know, are there still others left? No. Even after she dies, some of them will still explode. Yeah, you just saw this one explode. So you have to be careful where you step, especially if you're low after the fight, because that last explosion could just kill you. Alright, I hope it is this way. We'll find out soon enough. Here we have a spawner again, so you can see these eyes on the ground that will trigger after a second or two and then deal some damage to you. But as you can see, it's not too much of a problem. You can just kite through and you should be fine. And here we go to Belly of the Beast level 2. Here we go again. Second level. Not much difference to the first, to be honest. I usually keep on the left hand side here. So we already know those guys. Let's just try and get rid of... Yeah, it's hard to actually hit them because they are really, really agile. Okay. I kind of want to... I know I usually go along one of the edges, but the entrance to the boss fight at the end of this area is usually on the left-hand side. So I'm just trying to stay left as much as I can, which also means I will take the southern route here now. Oh, well, it was definitely not here. Okay, no problem. No problem. We'll try to skip this or go through this a bit faster, since you guys already saw most of the boss types. I mean, you know Piety's miscreations. We've seen those in Act 3 already. And damn, I was really good at choosing the big dead end. Okay, so there's only one way left. That's the upside. Well, nah, I'm just going through here. Oh, here we have the spawner again, so it obviously makes sense to kill the spawner, so there's nobody coming after you. Let's cast my guy again, so he's full health. If you want to rush through, it makes sense to have your golem up, so all the monsters will usually, once you pass them, just attack your golem. Yeah, so you can see there's not really new monster types in here. That's why I'm just rushing this. Because I do want to... ideally, I want to finish the episode with killing the next boss and getting the waypoint as well. And that is a bit tricky, just because the waypoint is a bit awkward. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is the boss. And there's no waypoint before or right after. So after we finish the boss, we have to run a bit, and I'll probably cut that out. But yeah, as I said, it's a bit awkward. Now, about this fight. In here, we will have to fight Piety again. What a surprise. So she apparently was corrupted by like the big boss of this act. And now she's our enemy again. She looks a bit more freakish. And she has some new abilities that she can use. And I want to explain it before I go in because it probably gets a bit hectic once I'm in. So there's a couple of things that you have to be aware of for this fight and that you have to pay attention to. First off, she has a huge lightning corruption beam that she does. She basically she stands in the middle of the room, and then she starts the beam and she rotates clockwise with the beam, and if it hits you, it deals quite significant damage, and it gives you stacks of corrupted blood. It used to be 5. I think they lowered it to 3 now. So that's the first thing. With Flame Dash, for example, you can avoid it. I do think... I saw a video where you can avoid the damage with Immortal Call as well. So there are options to get around the damage. The easiest option is just get close to her and just run around her, so you avoid the damage altogether. And then another thing in the room, there are spawners. You have like the eye thingies as well, and there are spawners popping up every, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. So the most important thing for you is to get rid of the spawners as soon as they pop up, because otherwise the room will fill with the eyes and they will deal a bunch of damage. Okay, I think that's enough explanation for now. Obviously, if you have a flask with remove bleed on it, like I have here, that's a good thing for this fight. So let's get in. So you can see Piety looks a bit different. Alright, let's try to get some... Oh yeah, I forgot about those thingies. And this is what I'm talking about. So this is the spawner. I got rid of the first spawner. Whoa, you can see I took some damage from her beam. And in between this, she uses these... I don't even know what to call them. That's a spawner. Get rid of the spawner. I'm not even getting my golem back up because he probably drops in a heartbeat here. Oh, I thought this would end beforehand. Okay, get rid of the spawner. And now I have to get close to her again because she starts the beam. You can see it's relatively easy to avoid if you just run around her as close as possible to her, because then obviously your rotational speed will be higher. Spawner is there again. So try to avoid the damage and get rid of the spawner. I mean, I guess you could, if you wanted to, if you need flask charges, you could just, whoa, you could leave the last spawner up. Okay, this is getting a bit dangerous now. No. Yeah, so it's definitely a bit of, it's not that easy to avoid all of the damage in here. Especially now she has these thingies up. And yeah, I kind of have to stay close to her, and she spawns them so that they're close to her as well. So that makes it pretty hard. Let's get rid of the spawner. Okay, here we go. This is working out pretty well. There's another spawner here. Once you kill the spawners once, you're fine. They don't respawn after. So you just have these a limited amount of spawners to take care of. So now, and you can see that you have some sort of a warning before she starts her beam, because she does this animation beforehand, but we can just take her down now. Yeah. So that was it. There's no loot. That's pretty sad. So in summary, definitely run around her as close to her as possible to avoid the damage from the beam. If you get hit, ideally you have a flask with remove bleed. And you can see that I got rid of the spawners pretty much as soon as they started. Otherwise, the room will get filled up with the eyes. That's all. That's the main things you have to take care of here. Okay. So it was Malachi who corrupted her, and now we have the exit here open to us. And now we can go into the next area. You can see there's no waypoint here, and also at the start of the harvest, if we go in here, there's sadly no waypoint. What that means is usually you would go through the harvest and kill all of there's boss monsters in here, 3 of them that you have to kill before you can face Malachi. But what we will do in this episode, let me check. Yes. Okay, so what we will do is I will basically cut the episode off here. So we can basically do our outro here, and then for the next episode, which I will probably record right after. If not, I'll just get the waypoint. I will go through this area, the harvest, and we will fight the 3 boss monsters. All right, we killed Piety again at the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to support me and want to see more videos. It's kind of a feedback to me. You know, if I get new subscribers here and there, then I know that some people are watching. So keep that in mind. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you for the next episode.